everybody, I'm Correne and I work here at the library. I am the executive secretary. I work in the back, so you probably don't see me too much. But I was a teacher for 14 years, and throughout my career, whether I was teaching first graders or eighth graders, Jan Brett was always our favorite author. We've written letters to her and actually gotten letters back, so I wanted to share her with you because I just love her stories. This is one of her very newest ones, and it's called Cozy. One of the things about Jan Brett that I love and that the kids always love is her illustrations, and how her illustrations on the side of the page tell part of the story. So if you can't see those pictures very well today, come check out her books. We have a whole bunch of them here, and almost all of them have these neat little illustrations, so you'll want a closer look for sure. This one I chose because it is wintry, and we just came through that very wintry storm last week, and so it reminded me of this book, and I just wanted to read it again. So here we go. Storms rolled over the tundra when Cozy the musk ox was separated from his herd. He was used to being with his family. His mother and father had named him Cozy because his silky coat was so soft and thick. Cozy braced himself against the wind, and his thick coat warmed him like a blanket. In this little picture, you can see some little creatures, some little critters over here. In a tussock, a mother lemming's pups were squeaking loudly. "I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold." She used a triple carry to tunnel them toward a new spot where she saw a towering mountain of fur. They're right here. In no time, the lemming family settled in next to Cozy's left hoof. "Shh," she whispered. "Quiet voices, and that musk ox will never notice us." Can you see what animal this is? Looks like a white rabbit. There it is. Snowshoe Hare, feeling chilly, had the same idea. "Master Musk Ox," he asked politely, "may I wait out this winter storm under the protection of your very thick coat?" Cozy was happy for the company and well aware that a lemming family had snuck in. He said, "Welcome, Snowshoe Hare, but mind those lemmings. Quiet voices and gentle thumping only." What do we see here? Looks like an owl. Oh, there it is. Snow swirled and plump. Suddenly, all grew white. Was it a clump of snow that had hit Cozy on the forehead? No, it was feathers. When Cozy opened his eyes, he was looking into big yellow ones. The eyes belonged to a snowy owl, who also had a request. "Oh, magnificent Umingmak, would you be so kind as to give me shelter? The wind has tumbled me terribly." Cozy knew that snowy owls and lemmings and snowshoe hares were not always fast friends, but he agreed, with some conditions. House rules are quiet voices, gentle thumping, and claws to yourself. What do we have coming next? Looks like a fox. Arctic Fox's nose was turning blue. Her bushy tail wasn't warm enough, and every time she wrapped it around herself, the wind unwrapped it. Thinking Cozy would make a good windbreak, she sidled up to him. "Do you mind, Mr. Musk Ox, if I unfreeze my nose in your thick fur?" Cozy was happy to welcome a new guest, but eyeing her sharp canines, he answered, "For the harmony of all, quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, and no biting." We have another creature coming. As winter went by, the storms grew worse. The wind blew and blew, and a low, humpy shape appeared, swaying and shuffling. Its coat was covered with ice balls. "Shaggy beast," it growled. "I fell into an ice floe and am chilled to the bone. Can you help me?" Cozy was happy to invite the Wolverine in, but added to the house rules: quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, no biting, and no pouncing. Cozy's new friends cleaned their coats, preened their feathers, napped, and were glad for their comfy shelter. But then, above the wind, the animals heard, "Yip, yip, yip." A team of huskies, always on the lookout for a good thing, barreled into Cozy's big bulk, flinging the creatures in all directions. Their musher, a sea otter, looked on in dismay. "Hi," the lead dog grinned. "House rules," chorused the jostled lemmings, snowshoe hare, snowy owl, arctic fox, and wolverine. "Quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, no biting, no pouncing, and be mindful of others." Cozy, wary of the lead dog, who looked a lot like a wolf, shook his horns to make sure that the huskies understood. As the time went by, the wind calmed a little, the Arctic sun climbed higher in the sky, and the animals felt more at home every day. But Cozy had spring fever. "I want to find my family. How can I move about with these visitors underfoot?" The house rules were stretched every day. When was a nibble a bite? When was a hoot quiet or loud? There was bumping, making faces, and nobody was saying, "I'm sorry." Does this sound familiar to when you were stuck at home during the snow? Sounds a little bit like my house. One sunny day, the lemmings were playing climb the ladder. A great chunk of Cozy's coat came off. Then another hank came off in Snowy Owl's talons. Cozy remembered this from last year. Shedding meant it was finally spring in Alaska. Hank by hank, all of Cozy's warm, silky winter coat drifted down the slope. See all of it coming out? He's shedding. Cozy's lodgers started heading to their spring homes, and Cozy hadn't felt so free and breezy since he was a calf. He jumped, he gambled, and then in the middle of a gleeful leap, he saw his herd. There they are. He ran to join his mother and his father and his sister and his brother. "Where were you? We were so worried," said his sister Fluffy. "We missed you," said his brother Snuggly. "I made some new friends," Cozy told them, "but it was nice to get back to musk ox ways." They all formed a circle, babies in the middle, but Cozy felt curiously alone. Then the breeze carried squeaky and growly and whistling voices saying, "See you next year, Cozy. Meet you when the snow flies, Cozy." The snowshoe hare thump, thump, thumped as they all called, "We can't wait to get cozy with you, Cozy." The end. Thank you all so much for joining me and being a part of this adorable story. Come see Jan Brett and all of her books here at the library. And if you ever want to stop by and say hi, I usually am in the back, but you can ask for Correne, and I would love to come out and show you where these books are or talk to you about reading and all kinds of great books that I read to my students over the years. Thanks, everybody.